know, there's a lot of different ways to game, a lot of different ways to approach women, create desire, um, make them chase, etc., etc., etc. Right? And the one of the main ways is Julian. If you guys know Julian Blanc from RSD, he'll do a lot of push pull, and he'll be like, "Oh, you can go now." Like, "Oh, I hate you. Oh, you said that shit. Oh, that's pathetic. Oh, you're pathetic. Oh, baby, it doesn't matter. Stop trying to impress me." Like doing a lot of like pulls like that, and then just be like, um, shit like that, right? And then what he does is he like escalates on her, and then he pulls back. He pulls back by like dissing them, right? That's one way, right? So he moves things forward, but he disses, right? Okay. But another way is you frame things as like positive, like you frame her as like fun and shit, but you just keep using curiosity and sexual qualifiers, sexual qualifiers, and sexual DHVs. This creates tension and creates a challenge. All right. You're going to frame her as positive. So, this is another way to game. This is different than Julian's, but this is another way to game. So, you can say, "Hey, excuse me, I'm actually really curious about something. Like, where are you from?" She goes, "Oh, I'm from here." Oh, yeah. No, that makes sense. No, no, no. I love Cali girls. I could just tell. I could just tell that you're like really fun and spontaneous. You're not like one of those fucking boring girls that's just like, closed minded and shit. You're actually a lot of fun, aren't you? She goes, "Yeah." And then you go, "Oh, actually, I see something else about you too." "What's that?" "All right, well, you have this like really feminine and like submissive energy. I love that. I love that, honestly. I do." You say, "But I feel like it would be hard for you to like find the type of guy that you truly desire." Like, how do you feel about guys around here? Yeah, I feel like to find like a type of guy that's like actually dominant, but he's not like selfish in bed, the type of guy that's actually going to take his time to, open you up and get you out of your head into your body so you can actually relax and let go and let him lead and take charge so you can feel dominated and fulfilled in your feminine desire where you can just literally let go and be fulfilled and pleased. You say some shit like that, right? You say some shit like that, and now she's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Like, she's gonna be like, "Yeah," because she's never gonna admit. Listen, she's never gonna admit that it's easy for her to find guys that do it for her. She's never gonna admit that guys are pleasing her, because that would mean that she's easy to please. She doesn't have high standards, so she's gonna go ahead and accept that frame. She's gonna go ahead and accept that frame, which puts her in the frame where she likes a dominant guy. She likes being dominated. She likes all these things. Now, she accepted that frame. All you have to do is fill that frame. Plus, that's a frame that every girl does like. Now you're getting her turned on. So now you could easily just say stuff like, "Oh yeah, I'm really picky with what type of girl I give that kind of experience to. I'm really picky with that. And I only ever do that with a girl under one condition." And she says, "What's the condition, right? What's the condition?" Like, okay, like, what's the condition? I gotta know that she is into the type of things that I'm into and she can handle it. And then she's gonna be like, "Okay, what type of things are you into?" And then you're gonna be like, "Do you know what semen retention is? Do you know what tantra is?" Semen retention makes it so you can last as long as you want. And tantra makes it so you get out of your head and into your body and you're more present to the moment and things become more intense. Yeah. And so then Now that things are more intense and I could last as long as I want, then I like to do like bondage, BDSM, like hardcore, and like primal sex, where I just am fully expressive and enthusiastic, right? But also CNC. Do you know what CNC is? Consensual non-consent. No? It's basically like where like you enter the room and immediately I just like grab you by the fucking throat, pin you up against the fucking wall, put your hands behind your back, lock you into fucking handcuffs immediately, start taping you up, put a fucking like bag over your head until you can't breathe and fucking barely cut it open, just hold you down, force you to suck my dick, have my way with you, spit on your face, humiliate you, right? You say all these crazy things. And now the girl's thinking like, so here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. That so Julian creates the tension. Julian creates the tension with girls by talking shit to them and joking around and being like, whatever, right? In this scenario, you're creating the tension by describing a scenario that a girl has never been like told about before, like in person by a random guy who's not creepy, right? And then you can literally go into, yeah, like I like also doing master slave, um, like master slave dynamics. And she'll be like, what do you mean, like master slave dynamics? We'll be like, all right, here, I'll show you. Like, we'll play a game. All right, repeat after me. Say, yes, sir. She says, yes, sir. Be like, ask nicely, Daddy, can I please spend more time with you tonight? Or say, Master, can I please spend more time with you tonight? Say, Master, I'm going to be able to handle everything tonight. Say, Master, your body's my property. Master, my only purpose is to please you with all of my enthusiasm in order to be able to give you an amazing finish. Master, I will do everything in my power to finish you off. I won't be like those other girls who aren't able to do it for you. Master, I'm your sex slave. You get her just like you keep saying that shit, and then she's gonna get to the point where she's like, oh, I'm not gonna say that. Or she's gonna say it, right? And if she says, oh, I'm not gonna say that, just be like, yeah, I definitely have to go slow with you then. Now, here's the thing. This is what it's doing to her brain, guys. First of all, I want to say something very, very controversial. Girls love that. Girls have fantasies of them being taken advantage of. Girls have fantasies of them, you know, being held down. Girls have fantasies of rape. They do. They do. It is what it is. And people don't like that, whatever. Girls like it. So now she gets to play with you in a role play scenario. So you're just describing all of these sexual things. All right. And you're just getting her to qualify that she can handle it. So I need to know that they'd be into the kind of things that I'm into and able to handle it. To be honest, I just got to make sure. She's like, well, what are the kind of things that you're into and you're able to handle? All right. Yeah. Um, you can also say, I'm not the type of person that likes to just bust a nut really quick and roll over because I do semen retention. So I require patience, enthusiasm. I require patience and enthusiasm. I don't remember the last time I busted a nut when I didn't want to, but I want to, you know. So there it is. There it is. Yep, that's like the main thing. Yeah, I'm like really selective with the girls that I have this kind of experience with, and I only do it under one condition, and I only do it with the girl under one condition. Number one, that I know that they can handle the kind of stuff I'm into. Simple as that. Only under one condition. Is that they're on my level and they're into the kind of stuff I'm into and they can handle the kind of stuff I'm into. What are you into? And this gives you the chance to sexually DHV, describe everything that you do sexually, and get her super excited to be in the presence of someone who's a sexual authority. And then you speak about CNC and the master slave dynamic in a way that is like a fun game and she gets to play it. So you might ask her, like, you might be like, oh, have you ever done the master slave thing? She's like, oh, yeah, maybe. Be like, all right, well, I have a game. I have a game to see what level you're on with this. So repeat after me, okay? All right. Say, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Say, sir, master. Say, master, can I please spend more time with you tonight? Master, can I please spend more time with you tonight? Master, my body is your property, and I will give you all my enthusiasm to please you. I'll give you everything that I have to give you. Say, master, I'm your sex slave tonight. Please let me be your sex slave tonight. And then it's just like, oh, okay, good girl. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a lot of fun together. I know exactly what I would do with you. As soon as I got you home, I would tell you to get on your fucking knees instantly. Or I would pin you up against the fucking wall and I would literally start fucking kissing your neck. While I was choking your neck, I would start kissing the other side of it, pulling your hair up against the wall. Then I would tell you to stand there and don't fucking move as I worked my way down your body. I would kiss around your nipples, all over your breasts, and then barely just start licking your nipples. And then I would work my way down further. And then yeah, you just sex this. You just fully send the sext. And in the description of this video, I'll put a sext. All right, I'll put a sext. You just say that sext. And then basically, once she's super turned on and horny, at that point you go, yeah, but all of this is only gonna happen if it feels right. So don't expect anything, all right? But I do want to get to know you more. Hey, but let's get out of here. I want to get out of this environment. That's it, all right? That's it. So instead of Julian's game of just messing around, right? Instead of Julian's game of just messing around, you open with curiosity. All right? You open with curiosity and then you go straight into cold reading her. So you're going to be like, "Hey, where are you from?" Oh, that makes sense. I love girls from around there. They're always so fun and open-minded and spontaneous. There's another vibe I'm picking up from you too. You can either do the freak cold read or you could be like, whatever. Yeah. Freak. You have this really feminine, submissive energy. And I think most people think that like that makes you come off as like shy or like innocent. But really, like, you're actually this like little fucking freak. But it only comes out with the right type of guy, am I right? Yeah. And I bet it's so fucking hard for you to find like the right type of dominant guy that makes you feel comfortable but yet excited, right? He makes you feel excited but yet comfortable enough to just let go in the moment and just allow him to lead and dominate you in that way that truly fulfills your feminine desire, where you can get out of your head into your body and it's just like you start having uncontrollable shaking orgasms, like back to back to back, where you just feel completely fulfilled. You know what I'm talking about? where that tension builds more and more to the point where you just find yourself lost in the moment and you're just letting go and submitting and surrendering to the moment where this dominant guy is just having his way with you and you're just completely in utter pleasure, almost on the verge of tears. You know what I'm talking about? That's hard for you to find around here, I bet. Yeah. I only give that kind of experience to like specific girls. I'm so selective. Like and I only will do that with a girl under one condition. She's like, what's the condition? That she's like on my level and she's like able to handle the kind of stuff that I'm into. What are the kind of stuff are you into? All right, well, I'm gonna name some things. Do you know what Tantra is? Do you know what primal sex play is? Do you know what BDSM is? Do you know what CNC is? All right, well, doing semen retention in Tantra. Semen retention allows me to last as long as I want in bed. I don't come. I don't have to if I don't want to. And Tantra allows me to become more present to the moment and help girls get out of their head and into their body. And then this makes all the sensations far more intense because, like, let me see your hand. So when things are just too aggressive or a guy's too selfish, it's like you're tapping on your finger, you don't feel anything. But Tantra, it's like you slow it down with like getting into your body, the presence, eye contact, gazing, just being right there with you. It's like you can feel every little feeling. The sensations become so intense. And then when you mix that with primal, fully expressive and enthusiastic sex where you fuck like an animal and you merge that with hardcore bondage, BDSM, and CNC and the master slave dynamic. Have you done any master slave? Have you done daddy little girl daddy dynamic? Okay, well, master slave dynamics a little bit gnarlier, right? But have you been able to handle that before? Have you ever done that? All right, we'll watch. Here's a little test. I'll play a little game right now to see if like you could even handle that. All right, so repeat after me. Say, yes, sir, I will repeat after you. Say, master, can I please spend more time with you tonight? Say, master, I will give you my body as your property. Master, can I please be your sex slave? Yes, but not yet, but we'll see. Good girl. Honestly, I do want to get to know you more, but like, like I only ever have sex if it's like it feels right in the moment. So like, don't expect anything, but we can hang out and get to know each other. But first, I just want to get out of this environment. I just want to go get some fresh air. Let's go outside. Or you can go into from there straight into. I know exactly what I would do with you, and then you go into a sext. That that is how I plan to get laid a lot. She's like, what would you do to me? Well, I could tell you love to get choked. You love to get spanked. You love to get your hair pulled. But most guys do it wrong. You like it like this from the base up from under in the base. You love that shit so much. You love that shit so fucking much. I can already tell. What I would do is, as soon as you got back to my place, I would start giving you commands. Blah, 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 blah. Go into how you would dominate her. That's what's going to get you laid more than Julian's little fucking back and forth, playful teasing and shit. And like when she asks, "Are you good at sex?" He goes, "No, I'm new to this love thing." He does some like joking shit. That joking shit is never gonna get you anywhere with the girls, bro. Doesn't get you shit, bro. That shit doesn't get you shit. Just playing around and shit doesn't get you shit. So she goes, "Are you good at sex?" And you go, "How'd you know?" She goes, "Are you good at sex?" Be like, "Well, I love sex. It's a passion of mine." She goes, "Are you good at sex?" You can literally be like, "Yes." But it really depends on what you're into and if you're able to handle what I'm into. See what I mean? Now she's gonna be like, "What are you into?" Now you have a chance to DHV sexually. Now you DHV sexually. And now you're gonna qualify her and describe an amazing sexual experience. And that's it. Going direct is how I plan to get laid like crazy. I don't give a fuck about game anymore, dude. I just want to go fuck girls. Done.